ॐ क्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तम् गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र
सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र
वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते
स्वपदानि वर्ण्यन्ते
भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
माप्यायन्तु
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो
प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं
सर्वं
ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं
नाहं
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकुर्याम्
निराकुर्याम्
मा मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा मा
मा मा
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकरोत्
निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं
अनिराकरणं
मे
मे
अस्तु
अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेर्यमुपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
तदा
तदात्मनि
निरतेर्य
निरतेयमुपनिषत्सु
उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते
धर्मास्ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तु
सन्तु
ते
ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तु।
सन्तु।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति
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 शान्तिः।
शान्तिः।
यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति
यदि
यदि
मन्यसे
मन्यसे सुवेदेति
सुवेदेति
दहरमेवापि नूनम्
दहरमेवापि
दहरमेवापि
नूनम्
नूनम्
त्वं वेत्थ ब्रह्मणो रूपम्
त्वं वेत्थ
वेत्थ ब्रह्मणो
ब्रह्मणो रूपम्
रूपम्
यदस्य त्वं यदस्य देवेषु
यदस्य
यदस्य
त्वं
त्वं
यदस्य
यदस्य देवेषु
देवेषु
अथ नु मीमांस्यमेव ते
अथ
अथ
नु
नु
मीमांस्यमेव ते
मीमांस्यमेव ते
मन्ये विदितम्
मन्ये
मन्ये विदितम्।
विदितम्।
अहं ब्रह्म स्वेद इति यदि मन्यसे त्वं मन्यसे तर्हि अस्य ब्रह्मणः रूपं यत् अस्य ब्रह्मणः यत् रूपं त्वं वेत्त तत् दहरमेव अस्य ब्रह्मणः यत् रूपं देवेषु त्वं वेत्त तदपि दहरमेव अतनु मीमांस्यमेव ते इति मन्त्रस्य अर्थः भाष्य इति मन्त्रस्य अर्थं भाष्यानुसारं भाष्यसहितं दृष्टवन्तः इदानीम् आक्षेपः तदपि दृष्टवन्तः अत्र पूर्वपक्षिणा उक्तम् अस्ति आक्षेपः येन धर्मेण यत् निरूप्यते तदेव तस्य स्वरूपं भवति इति सर्वैः ज्ञातमेव येन धर्मेण यत् निरूप्यते तदेव तस्य स्वरूपम् येन धर्मेण येन असाधारण धर्मेण अनकॉमन फीचर यथा अग्नेः स्वरूपं निरूप्यते औष्ण्यधर्मेण औष्ण्यं कुत्रापि न वर्तते केवलम् अग्नौ एव वर्तते जले न वर्तते पृथिव्यां न वर्तते औष्ण्यम् आकाशे न वर्तते केवलम् अग्नौ एव वर्तते अतः औष्ण्यम् अग्नेः असाधारण धर्मः भवति तद्वत् चैतन्यं ब्रह्मणः असाधारण धर्मः अतः कथं वक्तुं शक्यते ब्रह्म अरूपमिति इति आक्षेपः आक्षेपं कृत्वा श्रुतिप्रमाणम् अपि पूर्वपक्षी पूर्वपक्षी वदति विज्ञानम् आनन्दं ब्रह्म विज्ञानघन एव सत्यं ज्ञानम् अनन्तं ब्रह्म प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म इति ब्रह्मणः रूपं श्रुतिभिः अपि श्रुतिषु अपि निर्दिष्टं भवति इति we saw the akshepa. Samadhanam also. Samadhanam we have not completed. We are reading. Samadhanam also we read. The next paragraph we have to do it. Anyway, we will read from Akshepa. Nano
ननु
येनैव धर्मेण यत् रूप्यते
येनैव
येनैव
धर्मेण यत्
धर्मेण
रूप्यते
रूप्यते निरूप्यते ascertained, defined, रूप्यते तदेव तस्य स्वरूपम् इति
तदेव
तदेव
तस्य
तस्य
स्वरूपम्
स्वरूपम्
इति
इति
ब्रह्मणः अपि
ब्रह्मणः
ब्रह्मणः
अपि
अपि
येन विशेषेण निरूपणं तदेव तस्य स्वरूपं स्यात्
येन
येन
विशेषेण निरूपणं तदेव तस्य स्वरूपं स्यात्
स्यात्
अतः उच्यते
अतः
अतः
उच्यते
उच्यते
you can follow this simple sentences, right? Simple sentence. येन धर्मेण यत्र रूप्यते तदेव तस्य स्वरूपं ब्रह्मणः अपि येन विशेषेण असाधारणधर्मेण निरूपणं भवति ब्रह्मणः तदेव तस्य स्वरूपं भवति अतः चैतन्यं पृथिव्यादीनां धर्मः न भवति पृथिव्यादीनां पञ्चमहाभूतानां पाञ्चभौतिकानामपि धर्मः न भवति अन्तःकरणस्य धर्मः न भवति इन्द्रियाणामपि धर्मः न भवति तर्हि कस्य धर्मः चैतन्यं ब्रह्मणः एव इति निरूपणम्. That's what the Purvapakshi says here. Chaitanyam
चैतन्यम्
पृथिव्यादीनां
पृथिव्यादीनाम्
अन्यतमस्य अन्यतमस्य is tama pratyaya. One among the Prithvi etc. Panchabhutanam madhye ekasyapi chaitanyam dharmaha na bhavati. Anyatamasya, one of sarvesham viparinatanam va.
सर्वेषां विपरिणतानां वा
Or this Panchamahabhuta, when it undergoes transformation, viparinata, parinama, becomes bhautika, then also chaitanyam dharmaha na bhavati.
धर्मः न
न
भवति
भवति
Tata shrotradinam
तथा श्रोत्रादीनाम्
श्रोत्रादीनाम्
antakaranasya cha
अन्तःकरणस्य
अन्तःकरणस्य च
dharmaha na bhavati iti.
धर्मः न
धर्मः न
भवति
भवति
इति
इति
Brahmanah rupam iti.
ब्रह्मणः रूपम् इति
Brahma nirupyate chaitanyena.
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
रूप्यते
रूप्यते
चैतन्येन
चैतन्येन
Shrotraadinam dharmaha na bhavati. Why shrotradi? Indriyani achetanatva. They are not chetana, achetanam. How do we know? Simple. Doesn't function. No perception of sense objects by themselves. And mind also. Without mind, sense organs cannot function. Asvatantraha. Shrotradina. Asvatantratvat. Adinatvat. Paradinatvat. Therefore, they cannot be Chaitanyam. They are not Swataha Chaitanyam. They are not conscious of God by itself. Antakanam is, as we saw in Panchadasi, Abhasa Yukta. Chit Abhasa Yukta. It is Antakaranam in which Chaitanyam when reflected, the Antakaranam as though sentient. Therefore, that is Antakaranasya api dharmaha na bhavati. Therefore, Brahmanah Rupam iti Brahma Rupyate Chaitanyena. Therefore, Brahmanah Rupam Chaitanyam iti Rupyate eva Nirupyate eva. And also Shruti says, Tata cha uktham
तथा च भुक्तं
Vijnanam Anandam Brahma
विज्ञानमानन्दं ब्रह्म
Vijnana Ghana eva
विज्ञानघनमेव
Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma
सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म
Prajnanam Brahma iti cha
प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म इति च
Brahmanah Rupam Nirdishtam Shrutishu.
ब्रह्मणः रूपं निर्दिष्टं
श्रुतिषु
Iti with Shruti Pramanad Purva Bhakshi presents its argument. Tasya Samadhanam Satyam Evam
सत्यम् एवं
Tathapi
तथापि
Satyam Evam Tathapi. Yes, what you say is true. That is Yena Dharmena Yatana Rupyate Tat Tasya Dharmaha Bhavati. That is Satyam. But Tathapi, even though what you said is true, but Tathapi Tat Antakarana Dehendriya Upadi Dvarena Eva
तत् अन्तःकरणदेहेन्द्रियोपाधिद्वारेण एव
विज्ञानादिशब्दैः निर्दिश्यते
विज्ञानादिशब्दैः निर्दिश्यते
Vijnanam Chaityam iti Shabdaha. Why it is used? It is fair from the standpoint of the Upadhi. Upadhi is Achetana, it is Jadam. Therefore, it is Vijnanam iti. Otherwise, Brahma as such itself is Chaitanya. How do we know? Therefore, it is a reference. That is why Vyavaharika Drishtya eva Brahma Chaitanyam iti Uttamasti. Natu Paramartika Drishtya. Paramartika Chaitanyam is Brahma is Chaitanyam. How can we say? So Vijnanadi, with the help of words, Vijnanam, etc. The Brahma, which is Nirdishyate, which is defined, which is said, that is through the references, Upadhi. The reference is Upadhi, Antakarna Degendriya Upadhi, Dvarena eva. Because Brahma is Chaitanya, Antakarnam Indriya cannot be Chaitanya. They are Achetana, that we know. How do we know? So Sushupti Avastha, mind is all mind is not there. And the Indriyas also do not function in Swapnavastha itself. Therefore, all these are Jada. Not only that, even in Jagrata Avastha also, Indriyas cannot function by itself. They are Jada. And Antakanam also. Therefore, from the standpoint of the Upadhi, Upadhi Dvarena eva, only through that's Upadhi, etc., Upadhi, Antakanam, etc., Vijnanadi Shabdaihi Nirdishyate Brahma. By itself, Brahma is Chaitanya, how can we say? Whereas Agni is not like that. Agni is Aushnyam by itself. That is Swarupam, Dharma, Asadharana Dharma. Brahmana Asadharana Dharmam Chaitanya. We cannot say from the standpoint of Brahma, like we say, eat is the Dharma of Agni. From the standpoint of the Agni itself, we can say, like that, we cannot do it. Therefore, Tadanukaritvat,
तदनुकारित्वात्
Degadi Vriddhi Sankocha Uchedadishu Nasheshu Cha.
देहादिवृद्धि सङ्कोच उच्छेदादिषु नाशेषु च
न स्वतः
न स्वतः
Anukaritvam. Anukaritvam is imitation or follows. Anukaritvam. Brahma seems to be Anukartum Sheelam. Yasya asti iti Anukari. Tasya bhavaha Anukarinaha. Anukari. Tasya bhavaha Anukarinaha bhavaha Anukaritvam. Dehadi vriddhi, expansion, sankosha, contraction, uchchedadishu, nasheshu, multiplication and destruction. From the standpoint of the Upadhi, Brahma it seems to Anukari. Brahma also seems to grow along with the body. Vriddhi, Sankocha seems to contract, seems to undergo division, multiplication. So Brahma assuming as though Anukaritvat by itself, but Naswataha Brahma cannot be indicated by any of this action, any of the Vyavahara transaction. All these are happening in the Upadhi, with reference to which only Brahma is referred to. Therefore, Swatastu
Swatastu
Avijñātam Vijñātam Avijānatamiti.
Avijñātam
Ajnanatam
vijñātam
vijnanatam
vijñānatam vijñātam
iti
vijñānatam iti
Stitam Bhavishyati.
Pritam bhavishyati.
Stitam bhavishyati.
This Acharya himself quotes from the mantra in this section, second section, third mantra. We will see that. From this paragraph, I think halfway where Yadasya Brahmana Rupam
Yadasya brahmanah rupam
Iti Purvena Sambandhaha
iti
Purvena
purvena
sambandhaha
sambandhaha
न केवलम् अध्यात्म उपाधि परिच्छिन्नस्य अस्य ब्रह्मणः रूपम्
न
केवलम्
केवलम् अध्यात्म उपाधि परिच्छिन्नस्यास्य
ब्रह्मणः
ब्रह्मणः
रूपम्
रूपम्
त्वम् अल्पम् वेत्थ
त्वम्
अल्पं
अल्पं
वेत्थ
वेद
यदपि
यदपि
अधिदैवत उपाधि परिच्छिन्नस्य
अधिदैवत
उपाधि
उपाधि परिचिन्नस्य
अस्य ब्रह्मणः रूपम्
अस्य ब्रह्मणः
रूपम्
देवेषु
देवेषु
वेत्थत्वम्
वेत्थत्वम्
तदपि नूनम्
तदपि
नूनम्
दहरमेव वेत्थ इति
दहरमेव वेद इति
मन्ये अहम्
मन्ये
अहम्
यत् अस्य ब्रह्मणः रूपम् इति पूर्वेण सम्बन्धः. यदस्य, the word should be connected to the previous word, ब्रह्मणः रूपम्. न केवलम् अध्यात्म उपाधि परिच्छिन्नस्य ब्रह्मणः रूपम् त्वं वेत्त. When you say I know Suveda, Agam Sushtu Veda, then either you know Adhyatma Upadhi Parichinna Brahma or Adidevata Upadhi Parichinna Brahma. Both are Upadhi Parichinna. Therefore, it is Alpam, Eva Tum Veta. Manusheshu Adhyatma Upadhi Parichinnasya Brahmanaha Tum Veta Atava Deveshu. Either it is conditioned by the Manushya Upadhi, Swa Upadhi, individual Upadhi, or conditioned by Deva Upadhi, some Deva Upadhi, Ishta Devata Upadhi, Sagunam Brahma. So Sagunam Brahmatva, Parichinna means Sagunam, conditioned, limited. Therefore, Nunam Daharamevat Vetha iti Aham Manye. Acharya says, the teacher of this Upanishad says, Aham Manye, Suveda iti. I know it very well when you say, you know only Upadhi Parichinnam Brahma. Atu Brahmanaha Swarupam Yatatpyam na Vetha Daharamevatum Vetha iti. Yat Adhyatmam
यत् अध्यात्मम्
Yadapi Deveshu
यदपि देवेषु
Tadapi cha
तदपि
तदपि च
च
उपाधि परिच्छिन्नत्वात्
उपाधि परिचिन्नत्वात्
परिच्छिन्नत्वात्
दहरत्वात् न निवर्तते.
दहरत्वात् न
दहरत्वात् न
निवर्तते।
निवर्तते।
I think up to this we saw. Yat adhyatmam yadapi deveshu. Adhyatmam, the individual, upadhi. Yat adhyatmam yat api deveshu. Even the upadhi, sagitam brahma. Deva upadhi sagitam brahma. Deveshu. With regard to devas. Tadapi upadhi parichinvad. That also is parichinnam limited by upadhi. So, Brahma which is Purnaha, which is Anantaha, Anantam Brahma, Purnam Brahma, the infinite cannot be conditioned. If it is conditioned, and you say, if I know, then it is Daharameva. Parichinnatva, Daharatva, Nadivartate. If you remember, I told Parichinnatva, that is a Hetu, Daharatva, Apadana, Panchami. It is doesn't become free from being from the status of being small. Daharatvat na nivartate. Therefore, daharam eva vetha. You know only very little. The Brahma, what you know, what you understood is that is conditioned Brahma, conditioned by the Upadhi. Upadhi Sagitam Brahma. Upadhi Sagitam Brahma is daharam eva. It is little Upadhi because everything is Brahma. The entire Jagat is conditioned. Is superposition on Brahma. The entire Jagat and the objects, all these are manifestation of that Brahma. They are superimposed on that Brahma. Nama Rupa Sagitam Brahma. Nama Rupa Sagitam Brahma, even if it is Deva, Adideva, Devata Upadhi, it is Daharameva. It doesn't become free from the status of limitation. It doesn't become free from the status of being limited. Therefore, I know, how can you say, I know, Suveda, that too very well. You know very well, like any other object, this Brahma also conditioned by Upadhi, you know it. But Brahmana Rupam, Sakshat Rupam, as it is, Yatatya Rupam, Naveta, because it is complete, Purnam. And with Upadhi, it is it is Upadhi as though it is Apurn. It's not Purnam. Brahma is always Purnam. Brahma is condition also not real. How can Brahma be conditioned really? Is conditioned, appears to be conditioned. In fact, Iva, Parichinnam Iva, that we need to understand. We know Brahma is the Parichinnam Brahma. Brahma is conditioned as though, like the Akasha is conditioned as though by the Gata. Gata Akasha. How can Akasha be limited by the pot, walls of the pot? Akasha is Akasha. It is all over. Sarva Vyap, the Sarva Vyaptaha, Sarva Vyapi, Akashaha. It is as though conditioned. So Parichinnam, Iva. As though conditioned Brahma, as though conditioned, that conditioned Brahma, what you know, it is that your knowledge is little, you know very little of Brahma. Even if it is Upadhi of Ishvara Upadhi. Ishvara Upadhi, then also it is limited only. Therefore, Dakaratvat na nivartate. Therefore, it doesn't become free from the status of being small. It means there is no freedom also, sense of inadequacy, sense of limitation will continue. The Brahma with the Deva Upadhi is limited. Therefore, by knowing that, you will not also become free. Because unless you know that Aham Brahma, Aham Purnaha are not limited, that knowledge alone, because the subject-object division will continue to be there. Dvaita Buddhi will continue to be there. Veda Buddhi will continue to be there. When Veda Buddhi is there, then where is freedom? Where is moksha? Where is the sense of adequacy, completeness, purnatvam? Therefore, Daharatvat Nanivartate Samsaratvat. Samsarat na nivartate. Samsaritvam will not go away from you. Little when you say it is samsaritvam only. Samsaritvam na nivartate. All this can be supplied. We can extend this. Now from next line. Yattu
Yattu
vidvasta sarva upadi vishesham
vidhvasti विध्वस्त सर्वोपाधिविशेषम्
shantam
शान्तं
शान्तम्
anantam ekam advaitam
अनन्तम् एकम् अद्वैतम्
bhumakyam
भूमाख्यम्
nityam brahma
नित्यं
नित्यं ब्रह्म
natat suvedyam iti abhiprayah.
न
न
तत् वेद्यम् इति अभिप्रायः
अभिप्रायः
Vidvasta sarva upadi vishesham yat brahma tat brahma yattu yat tu is vailakshanyarte tu, whereas yat vidvasta sarva upadi vishesham shantam anantam ekam advaitam bhumakyam nityam brahma tat na suvedyam. That brahma, that is yat brahma, that the brahma which is free from vidvasta. Vidvasta is free from vipurvaka dvas dhatu. Free, dvamsa, destruction, means free here. Vidvasta. Vidvasta sarva upadi vishesham. Vidvastaha sarva sarva cha upadayah sarvopadayah. Vidvastaha sarvopadayah yasmat tat sarva vidvasa sarvopadi. That is the vishesham. Upadi vishesham. Sarva upadi सर्व उपादीनां विशेषः सर्वोपाधि विशेषः विद्वस सर्वोपाधि विशेषं यस्मात् तत् विद्वस सर्वोपाधि विशेषं बहुव्रीहि समासः. That from which all the upadhi visheshas are vidvasta, destroyed, removed. What is that? It is vishesha gone, therefore nirvishesham brahma, durupadikam brahma, upadhi vishesham brahma, sopadikam brahma, saguram brahma, Brahma with attributes, Brahma with Nama Rupa. Either it could be Adhyatma Upadhi Parichinnam Brahma or Adideva Upadhi Parichinnam Brahma. When Upadhi Vishesha are removed, Vidvasta, then it is Nirupadikam Brahma, Nirvishesham Brahma. That Brahma which is Shantam, there is no disturbance in it, always Shantam, it is Anantam, not limited. Deshakala Vastu Aparichinnam Brahma. Anantam, not limited. Antaha na vidyate, there is no limitation. It is Advaitam, non-dual. Ekameva, it is Nityam, not subject to time. Bhumakyam, it is called by the name Bhuma. Bhumakyam in the Chandogya, Bhuma Vidya. Na suved, Tat Brahma, na suvedyam ityavit. That Brahma is not easy to know it because it is not an object. Therefore, Suvedyam, Suveda iti, when you say, there is an apprehension that you know as an object, but Brahma is not an object. Therefore, Tat Brahma na Suvedyam iti abhipraya. That Brahma is not available as an object. Therefore, it is, therefore, Suvedyam iti na Suvedyam iti abhipraya. Sushtivedyam iti vaktum na shakyate. You can say, you can say when you know it thoroughly, but Upanishad apprehends. If you say that you may know, you may have wrongly understood. So Upanishad wants to reconfirm it. Therefore, Swedyam tatu na Swedyam. It is not easy to know because it is not an object. It is not available as an object. iti abhipraya, that is the meaning. That is why the Acharya himself shakes the understanding of the student. The next line now. Yataha evam
एवम्
atanu tasmat manye
अथनु तस्मात्
तस्मात् मन्ये
adyapi
अद्यापि
mimamsyam vicharyam
माप्यं विचार्यम्
evate tava brahma.
एव ते तव ब्रह्म
Yataha evam. So Brahma is Shantam Anantam Ekam Advaitam Bhumakyam Nityam. It is Brahma being so. Therefore, without Upadhi, since Brahma cannot be referred to even by the word. Then when we say Brahma, why is the word Brahma? Brahma is Nama. Again, it is a Nama. Every Nama in the world has corresponding Rupa. Nama Rupa, they go together. Vagartha Pratipakto. Vagartha Pratipattaye, the word and its meaning. When we say Brahma, what is that? What is the vritti happens in the mind? When you say apple, there is apple, Nama apple, and the corresponding Rupa of the apple occurs in the buddhi. There is apple vritti. Similarly, Amram, when you say Amram, there is a Nama and the corresponding vritti. But similarly, when you call a person Ramaha, it's a Nama and the corresponding Rupa. Rupa, imagined Rupa, it could be. We not have seen that person Rama or Krishna, whatever it is. It is the imagined Rupa, the form what we have given as it is in the Purana. But when we say Brahma, then what is the Rupam? What is the form? Brahma, when we say it is a Nama, the Nama without a form, it means that itself very clearly shows it is only a Brahma is reference. That itself doesn't have any name, but we need name in the Vivahara. Without giving any name, how can we talk about it in the Vivahara? There cannot be teaching also. Then we have to use always pronoun that. That also is a name only. Sarvanama also is a nama only. That. But what is that? The question will come. So since it's a matter of understanding, therefore buddhi will understand only through words. Therefore we need a word. So Brahma. But what is that Brahma? When we say Brahma, what vritti happens here? We don't look for Brahma in the world among one of the objects. Brahma is Brahma. It is myself. That understanding has to come. If it is there, then you know Brahma. Otherwise, Brahma, when you immediately associate yourself with some upadhi, then it is Daharameva. Therefore, that is Yataha Evam. Since this is so, that is, since Brahma is not available as an immediate object of experience like any other objects, therefore, Atha is Atanu, Atha is Tasmat. In the Avyaya we saw Atha. Atha is there, Atho also is there. I think somebody asked commercially. I think you asked Atha is there, Atho also is there. Atha, I said Atha plus U. But there is another Avyaya, Atho. Atho as well as Atha, both are there. Please note. Atha Tasmat Manye Aham Manye. Tasmat Manye Adyapi, even now. Brahma, in spite of teaching, that is why Adyapi, even Adya is now. Adyapi, even now. In spite of having taught in the first section, in spite of having taught, Adyapi, I think Mimamsyava, the Brahma is to be Mimamsya Vicharyam. Vicharyam Vicharaha Kartavyaha. Brahma should be inquired into. Vicharyam. Mimamsya means Mimamsa should be done. Further inquiry to be done, because there is not, there is no clear understanding with regard to Brahma. In order to make the understanding very clear, make the understanding, the Brahma to be inquired into. Evate, definitely. Evate, te tava Brahma vicharyam eva should be, definitely should be inquired into for you, by you. Iti. Then the next line, the conclusion. Evam acharyoktaha shishyaha
एवम्
एवम्
आचार्य
आचार्योक्तः
शिष्यः
शिष्यः
ekante upavishtaha
एकान्ते
एकान्ते उपविष्टः
samahitaha san
समाहितः
समाहितः
सन्
सन्
yatoktam acharyena
यतोक्तम्
यथोक्तम्
agamam
आचार्येण
आचार्येण
artato vicharya
आगमम्
आगमम्
अर्थतो
अर्थतो
विचार्य
विचार्य
tarkatascha nirdharya
तर्कतश्च
तर्कतश्च निर्धार्य
निर्धार्य
svanubhavam kritva
स्वानुभवम्
स्वानुभवम्
कृत्वा
कृत्वा
acharya sakasham upagamya
आचार्यसकाशम् उपगम्य
आचार्यसकाशमुपगम्य
uvacha
उवाच
उवाच
manye agam
मन्ये
मन्ये
अहम्
अहम्
अथ इदानीं विदितं ब्रह्म इति.
अथ
अथ
इदानीं
इदानीं
विदितं ब्रह्म
विदितं
इति
ब्रह्म इति
You can see the usage of lep pratyaya. Vicharya, dridharya, kritva, upagamya. So that takes karma. Therefore, along with the karma, we have to read. Artataha vicharya, agamam artataha vicharya, tarkataha nirdharya, swanubhavam kritva, acharya sakasham upagamya. Now, shishyaha. So when the teacher has said, you know Brahma very little, what you know Brahma is not really the Swarupam, the actual Swarupam, the real Swarupam Brahma, it is only Daharam Eva Iti. Now, having heard this from the Acharya, the student, Acharyoktaha Shishyaha, Acharyan Evam Acharyena Uktaha, taught, told the Shishyaha, Acharyoktaha, Acharyoktaha Shishyaha, Evam in this manner, that is Vicharyameva iti uktaha. Brahma Vichara to be done. Iti uktaha shishyaha. What did he do? Ekante viviktadesha sevitvam iti bhavata eva uktam gitaya. Go to a place where there are no crowd, a place of solitude. When Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa used to tell, now and then one has to go to solitude. So ekante, remaining in a place, a solitary place, no disturbance there, so that you can enjoy undisturbed contemplation. Nidhyasanam can be done. Vichara can be done. Nidhyasanam. Upavishtaha. Upavishtaha. That is ekante upavishtaha. Remaining in a solitude. Samagitaha san chitta samahadanam. Being focused. Samyak agitaha antakaranam. And the Brahmani. Samahitaha san. Samahitaha san being focused. Yatoktam acharyena yatoktam. As told. Uttam anatikramya. Yatoktam. Avibhava samasa. Acharya etoktam. As told by the Acharya. As explained by the Acharya. Agamam artataha vicharya. Vipurvaka char nich and then lyap. Vicharya. Having inquired into artataha agamam. Agamam. Agama vakya is, what is the agama vakya? Agama vakya is, it's, it is not agama meaning any other agama. Anya devata vidita dato avidita dadi. That is the vakya. Shruti himself said before. Agama vakya. Agachati guroho iti agamam. The vakya which has come down through the mouth of the guru, the tradition. That is the agama vakya. Agamam inquired into the teaching. That is Agamam. Agama Vakyam, Kriti Vakyam, Agama Vakyam, the teaching. Vichara to be done. Otherwise, how Vichara to be done? How Vichara can be done? Who am I? Who am I? Aham kaha, aham kaha. No Shastra. Just inquire into who am I. Cannot be done. That is why Agamam Arthataha Vicharya. What is the object of Vichara? Inquiry. The object of inquiry should be the teaching which the student has received. Without the teaching, how inquiry is possible? The self-inquiry, we say, self-inquiry, how the self can be inquired into. You cannot inquire into you. You'll keep asking, who am I, who am I, who am I, finding no answer to it. You will not get some answer suddenly from somewhere or from bottom of the heart. That is not possible. The Upadesha is given, the Upadesha Vakya has to be inquired into. Atma is what itself is not known. Then how this Atma Vichara can be done? Who am I? That is why Swamiji always he criticizes, in fact, this who am I, this not the Ramana Maharshi, but the people who followed them. So if Shastra is not there, then how inquiry is possible? If the object of meditation is not there, how meditation can be done? What is the object of meditation? So similarly here also, Vichara is, it is Shastranusaram, as in keeping with the Shastra. Shastram is required. The Shastram, it is said, Atma is Anantaha, Atma is Avyayam, Avikari, Nityaha, Sarvagataha. Everything changes, I don't change. All these are to be inquired into. One has to see and appreciate. Everything changes, but I don't change. Avastha changes, but I don't change. Deha changes, but I don't change. All the koshas undergo change, mind undergoes change, indriyas undergoes change. There is Shadbhava Vikara to the Sharia, but I don't change. This is how the inquiry to be done. Otherwise, who am I? What is the inquiry? That is why Agamam Arthataha. Anyadeva Vidita Dato Avidita Dadi, when the Shruti says, Dita Tanyat, Avidita Tapi Anyat. Therefore, it cannot be an object. Dita Tanyat, it is different from what is known. It is different from what is unknown, what is not known. What is not known will be known, possible to know later. That also become an object. But Brahma is not an object. It is not object means what could be? It could be the very subject. It should be myself. That is the inquiry. That is how inquiry should be done. Otherwise, self-inquiry has no meaning. Atma Vichara, Shastra Vichara is Atma Vichara. Minus Shastram, there is no Atma Vichara. Therefore, Agamam Arthataha Vicharya. Then Nirdharya, having ascertained, Tarkataha. Reasoning also. Reasoning in keeping with the Shastram. Shastronu Tarkonu Sandhiyatam. It is not Shushka Tarka, it is Shastra Sammata Tarka. The mind is convinced by sufficient logical reasoning. Nirdharya, having ascertained. Nirdharya. Then Tarkataha Nirdharya, Svanabhavam. Svanabhavam is, there is clear appreciation of that Brahma is myself. Svanabhavam. Anubhavam, the word is always misleading. Anubhava is experience. It is not experience, it is making the teaching so intimate, so clear. That is, that Brahma is myself. That aparoksha jnanam, that is the right word, aparoksha jnanam. Jnanam, knowledge, which is aparoksha. It is myself. Aparoksha jnanam. Aparoksha is that Brahma which is aparoksha, the knowledge of Brahma, that aham, Brahma, pratyekatma Brahma aham iti. That is aparoksha. Aparoksha jnanam. So that is Svanabhavam Kritva. Aparoksha we discussed before. The jnanam, the knowledge, with regard to the Brahma which is ever aparoksha. Brahma is neither paroksha nor pratyaksha. It is myself. It is not a. It is jnanam about myself. It is not jnanam about that which is paroksha or pratyaksha. It is always myself. The knowledge what I had about myself before, all the wrong knowledge, all the wrong conclusions, they were corrected. I thought myself to be a karta. Karta, when we say it is upadhi sagitam, but upadhi is me, but I am not the upadhi. Bhokta is me, but I am not the bhokta. So with regard to the kriya done through the upadhis, done through the upadhis. So I, the Shuddha Agam, takes different forms, different roles, plays different roles. They are me, but I am not any of them. Then who am I? Agam Brahma, not unassociated. Asangam Brahma. That jnanam, Agam Akarta Bhokta. So we bringing the Viparita Bhavana, opposite to Karta, because there is sense of Kartrutvam. Therefore, we have to bring in Agam Akarta iti. There is a sense of Bhoktrutvam. Aham Karta, therefore Aham Bhokta. Therefore, only I experience karma phala, I suffer. Therefore, aham abhokta, atma is abhokta. Either only when it is a karta, it can be a bhokta. I'm not a karta, therefore, how can be a bhokta? So, aham atma, akarta, abhokta, iti. That is the jnanam, aproksha jnanam. The conclusion which are correct. The wrong conclusions are removed. So, I am the truth of the very experiencer and experience. All the triputi, all the three, the seeming divisions, all the seeming three divisions, the experiencer, experience, and experience. Everything they resolve in this jnanam, which is myself, aproksha jnanam. Therefore, aham shuddham brahma atma iti. Aham avyayam brahma, not undergo any change. Shuddhaha, nitya shuddha mukta svabhaha. That is the jnanam, aproksha jnanam. That is svanubhava. Understanding that. Clear understanding of the swarupam of myself. That is Swanubhavam. Swanubhavam, Atmanubhavam, always it is there. In fact, in the presence of Atma only, all the Anubhavas are possible. Minus Atma, it is Jadam, how Anubhava possible. But all the Anubhava, what we have in the world, it is Agankara Pradhan. But now it is Atma Pradhana, it is myself. That is Swanubhavam Krutva. That's why we say Aparoksha Anubhuti. Aparoksha Anubhuti is not a special Anubhuti, it is Nitya Anubhuti, Atma Anubhuti, Swanubhuti it is. Therefore, Swanubhavam Krutva. Swanubhavam Krutva, Acharyam, it means he has done Nididhyasanam. That is the idea. Swanubhavam Krutva is the person has done Nididhyasanam, understood that Brahma to be myself. Then Acharya Sakasham Upagamya, having gone near the teacher, Uvacha, he told, Manye Aham Manye, I think. That is after having done one more time inquiry and Nididhyasanam. He has done for some time. Ata Idanim, Viditam Brahma, now. Atha is after. Atha, after having done as you told. That is, after having, as you told, is you said inquiry to be done. So I have done Punaha, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. Atha, that is after, thereafter. Idanim, now. Aham Manye, I think. Brahma Viditam Maya. Brahma is understood to be me. Brahma is understood by me. Iti Shishyaha Uvacha. Iti Shishya says. Now, not only that, Shishya stops here. Then the Shishya presents his understanding beautifully in the next mantra, that's a Sutra Bhuta mantra. Mantra is little difficult to understand. Bhashyakara makes it simple. Shishya said, I think Brahma Maya Viditam. Brahma is understood by me. How, if you ask, Katam iti shranu,
Katham iti shruno.
Naham manye suvedeti,
नाहं मन्ये सुवेदेति
नो न वेदेति वेद च
नो
नो
न
न
यो न
वेदेति
वेदेति
वेद च
वेद च
यो नस्तद्वेद तद्वेद
यो
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 नस्तद्वेद
नस्तद्वेद
तद्वेद
तद्वेद
नो न वेदेति वेद च
नो न
नो न
वेदेति
वेदेति
वेद च
वेद च
The mantra is in a puzzling format. We will see. We will discuss in mantra next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhanyavadah
धन्यवादः
धन्यवाद जी।
धन्यवाद शरण जी।
धन्यवादः शरण जी।
धन्यवाद